Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the greatest book club in the world, the AK Book Club. And today we are on episode number 16. Yeah. My name is AK and I'm your host. And today we are going to read from Omni Sharma, The Greatest Guide, tip number 31 and 32. And if you are new to the channel and if you are new to the podcast, I have some few reasons to what I'm doing in this podcast. I have two main reasons. My personal reason is because I want to improve my English speaking level and reading level, and work on my diction, and to work on my skills instead to stand in front of the camera. And the second reason is to inspire other people around the world to speak in English and to improve their English. Because as you see, and as you hear, I'm not a native English speaker. I'm from Israel and I have a strong Israeli accent. And even though that I have a strong Israeli accent and I'm not a native English speaker, I'm still choose to work on my English and to improve my English level each day. I'm doing this by making 5 episodes each week of this podcast, and that's it. So welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. And let's dive in and just start. Tip number 31. Be merchant of wow. You know what is the merchant? I don't know what the merchant is, but let's learn together. That just checked into the Hotel Victor here on South Beach before I wrote this chapter. I saw it begin being renovated a few months ago, and made a mental note to check it out on my next visit to Miami. I speak about the hotel. I thought about you speak about the tips that you want to tell us, but when I speak about the hotel that he saw it a few months ago, and he wanted to visit it back, and in the next time that he is Miami, Robin stay in Miami, and now he has the opportunity to check out this hotel. So here I am, waiting to be impressed, just itching for a reason to tell you something good about this place, in a world where so many businesses are boring, slow, and stale. I like trying new hotels when I travel. Yeah, try new things each day. It's a great idea because you can always grow when you're trying new things. Excuse me, because if you are never trying new things, you will never go and you never learn new things, and you stay in your own in the same mindset. But if you're trying new things, try a new idea, explore more, learn more, and expand your mind, you become bigger and bigger and bigger. Your mind becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and wider. And that's what eventually will make you success. One of the reasons that you become success because you expand your mind, and now you can see things that you didn't see before, because now you have more information in your mind and you can make these connections that you couldn't do before because you didn't have the knowledge. But if you are never explore and never grow your mind, you will never be able to make this connection, and it's going to be really hard for you to become success. So make sure to try new things, like Robin, try new hotels, but you like, try new things in what you like I tried this podcast, I tried to speak in English, it's something new for me, and I'm happy that I'm doing this. So type in the comment below, what is the new thing that you want to try? Are you going to try it? When are you going to try it? And let us know after you try it, what was your experience with your trying, and what you learn from it. I like trying new hotels when I traveled. I observe what to do, and mostly what not to do, when it comes to customer service. Study cool design, which stimulate big ideas. I can then hand over to my team for our products. ranging from CD covers to clothing, and check out whatever the hotel understand when check out whatever whether the hotel understands that in this experience economy we now live in, the customer must be taken on a journey from start to finish. This makes them go wow. So the reasons that Robin doing and like to visit new hotels, because once, like I said, you need to grow your mind, and second, in each new hotel you learn new things. How the staff in the hotels are behave to their customers, how the hotel is functioning, new design, because in new hotel you have, in each hotel you got a special design to the hotel, and Robin can learn a lot of and Robin can have a lot of new ideas to covers of his CDs, to merge, to maybe to write a book and tips about it, and you get a lot of ideas because of the hotels, because it's done to the hotel. And more important, and what is important for us, is that he said that in this economy, when you want to experience things and to feel things, so you check if the hotel are giving you this experience from the moment that you get into the hotel, like you are in a journey, or maybe in a fairy tale, or you got hotels in Vegas. I've never been in Vegas, but you got a hotel in Las Vegas. When the whole concept is casino, or Italy, or French, and from the moment that you get inside the hotel, you have the whole full experience, like you really feel that you are on the mountains, or in a forest, or whatever the hotel the team then is decided that the hotel is going to be, and what is want to project on you. And for us, what it's mean for us, that let's say for the podcast, if I'm going to be boring and not interesting and not entertaining, you probably will not be here. But I try to improve myself on each episode, to take you from the moment that you're meeting with me, to give you some special experience, like to be funny, to be energetic, to give you some new ideas, and learn together with you, and to improve our English together. And it's important for us, as this, I give this podcast for example, but in whatever you're doing, you need to think how you can make the customer say wow from the moment that got into your business, and until the moment that they are leaving your shop. Maybe you got a shop, so you need to decorate the shop in an interesting way, and maybe you want to give to your worker, to your employees, costumes special for your shop. I've been in Germany, and in Germany we got into the restaurant, and it was like a all-time German environment, and you got all the employees are wearing the traditional German clothes, like Timbel, and they have in the Oktoberfest, and you got like a band that play your like a traditional German music, and you sit on a big chairs, and bench. It's like the table. You sit on a big table. This is the table, and you have a bench like over here that are connected to the table, and they give you like the feel of the taverna, of like the traditional German experience when you go to the restaurant. It was very nice. They give their attention to the small details, and you really feel like you get to inside like an adventure. And it was really nice. And a lot of tourists came to visit this place because of the environment. Good news. This place is amazing, the hotel. And this podcast is amazing. Comment in the comment, leave a comment below. Hashtag amazing is an amazing podcast. The amazing book club. Good news. This place is amazing. Big smile when I entered from the doorman, and good news, this place is amazing. Big smile when I entered from the doorman, and a warm greeting. Ultra cool design inside. None of the struck white of sobs that used to be so hype that everyone copied it, which then made it unhype. Lots of green and fresh colors, sexy music and vibe, super nice front desk stuff, super nice front desk stuff. The smile things again, with a wonderful offer of Evian water with a slice of lime while I was checking in. And since the MTV Video Music Awards are shooting a video with the Killers tonight, down by the pool, Karine asks me whether I wanted a room that would allow me to watch all the action. Karine asked me whether I wanted a room that would allow me to watch all the action. Sure, I don't need much sleep anyway. Of course, but if you got like action and to watch like a MTV or making a video music clip, of course you want to see it. It's a nice experience. And by the way, all this talk about hotels and visiting and touring and vacations, it's a lot of memories before the time of the Corona. Now we are not allowed to travel to nowhere. You need to stay in your house in a quarantine. So guys, stay safe. Protect your family and yourself. And after this Corona era is going to end, go travel and see more and see new places, explore new things, and just enjoy life. Eric, the bellman, showed me the workout facility, and then the spa. Best hotel gym I've seen since the Sanderson in London. And the room is awesome. Art deco, impeccably clean and stylish, put together. All very impressive, stunning actually, which is a standard I encouraged you to aspire to be stunning. Like what I learned from this, on each episode that I'm doing, I try to learn something new, to improve something. I think about it, I saw what I did, and like today I had a Zoom in other groups that it was the first time that I launched a Zoom for other group, and I felt really comfortable to speak in front of them, because if it was my first time, I would probably be nervous and didn't know how to act. But because I already made like a 15 episode of this book club, and now this is the 60th episode of this book club, I gain more confidence in standing in front of the camera. So I improving. I already see an improvement in my skills, but I'm inspired to become better. And on each episode, I want to see if the sound is good, if you're hearing the sound, and how I act, how I look in front of the camera, my body language, and all of this stuff. And on each episode, I try to improve, and that's what you probably should want to do also. Don't rest on your when you're winning. Always try to improve and always try to become better and better and better. And aspire to become better. In the big line, in this experience economy we now live in, the customers must be taken on a journey from start to finish that makes them go wow. Hotel Victor under-promised and then over-delivered. It's a great line. Under-promised and over-delivered. Guys, if you build a night, you need to at least perform as the hype that you build or overcome it. Because if you say that you are going to perform on this level, and you perform on this level, and you say, wow, this guy's performance was, wow, amazing. But if you're going to say that you're going to perform on this level, and you then perform on this level, even though this level is high, really high, but it's not what you promised to the people, so they say, oh, okay, it was nice, but we expect more. And because the expectation, it slows our experience. So instead of being here, you in their mind, in your customer mind, become here. So under promise and over deliver. It had a chance to win me over. It had a chance to win me again. What did Victor under promised and then over delivered? It had a chance to win me over. And through well trained staff, unique and so superbly kept facilities, and excellent amenities, it did. Now I'm going back downstairs to try its food. Everyone raves about its restaurant, where the chef had a spice rack of 1,000 species that he used in his cooking. I bet I will be wowed. So guys, in back to you. She want to say it right to you. So guys, in whatever you're doing, nice, okay. In whatever you're doing in your business or in your workplace, and maybe in your own personal life, trying to watch the people that you're working with. Trying to make them, when they speak about you, so they're going to tell you, oh, this is a wow person. Whatever he's doing, is over-delivered. I can trust him, I want to work with him, and I want to work with him again and again and again. This is part of being a successful person. Your reputation is about person. Keep it in your mind. Tip number 32. Getting what you want while loving what you have. It's interesting because let's say that you really want to live in a huge mansion, and like a $10 million mansion, but your house now it's a regular house like most of us have. So now, if you're always thinking about your mansion, you're not going to be satisfied with what you got right now, and you're going to be depressed about it because, oh my God, I already did, and this is only my house. This is only the only things that I have. I want to get more and more and more and more. You'll never be satisfied with what you have. So in this episode, these tips, Robin is going to tell us, and I think it's a really important lesson for us to learn, that, yeah, you need to aspire to be great and to make things in your life, but you also need to be happy with the place that you are in. Like, this is my place right now. This is where I'm in right now. This is this is the place that I need to be in my stage of life. And yeah, even though I want more, I'm still grateful for what I have and happy with it. So tip number 32, getting what you want while loving what you have. Some pundits encourage us to enjoy the moment and appreciate what we have, suggesting that constantly striving for more is unhealthy and the primary source of this content. Yeah, I know it. Like a lot of people said, just be satisfied with what you have. Don't chase for material things that say this is what I have. I'm happy with that. Don't think to achieve greatness. I don't agree with this guy. I don't agree with this ideology. I think it's a loser ideology. Yeah, this is what I think. Because if you said, well, I have enough, I don't need anything else. It depends if you are really happy with what you have. Like, I'm good with the place I work out to be where I am. It's really make me happy, so this is okay because I'm happy with other people. I truly feel that I'm fulfilling my life. This is okay. But if you're saying but if you use this ideology as an excuse for not achieving more in your life, like I don't need these things, I don't need this stuff, I don't need like a fancy car or huge mansion. Excuse me. I'm just be happy with what I have, and you will use this as excuse to not to give put in the work and to put in the thought how to in the planning how to get what you want and how to achieve what you want to achieve your goals. This is a loser mentality, and I'm against it. And I'm against that's it. And others say that as human being, we are built to push beyond our comfort zones each day and reach for something higher, to become great. I'm agree with that, with this line, that you need to push yourself out from your comfort zone and to achieve more, but you need to be careful. That's what my meaning is, that you need to be careful that it won't make you crazy, like crazy mess with your mind. Like I always need to become more and more and more and more, and you never see what you achieve. Like I want $1 million. Now you achieve that. No, I want $2 million. To achieve me $2 million. Yeah, but you already achieved 1 million. So be say, wow, achieve something. But if you're always and only focus to achieve more and more and more, so you never enjoy what you have, and this is also the good thing, because you will never be happy, because you always just for the next thing, the next goal, and you didn't enjoy your things that you already achieved, the goals that you achieved. Then before you notice it, it's like bam, it's like bam, your life is over, and you didn't enjoy with nothing that you have. I struggle a lot with this issue as I articulate a personal philosophy that as I articulate a personal philosophy that I will live my life under. I think I've found the answer, a solution that feels right to me. It's a balance. I've realized. I call it the Mandela balance. Nelson Mandela, a man I greatly admire, once said, after climbing a great hill, one finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that has surrounded me, to look back on the distance I've come. But I can only rest for a moment. For with freedom comes responsibilities, and I dare not linger. For my long walk has not yet ended. A great quote by Nelson Mandela, and I agree with that, because as I said, yeah, you need to chase for the mountaintop to land on the stars. You need to aim for the stars, but on each level that you got, on each goal that you achieve, because if your life goals are real, but you need to separate it. Like I have steps that I need to achieve. Like first step, improve my English. After that, open a podcast. After that, like my goal is to improve my English. Okay. So first stop, 10 episode. Next up, 50 episode. Next up, 100 episode. And when you achieve these milestones, just take a moment to appreciate what you achieve, the hard work that you put to achieve it, and enjoy it. Because if I will be only focused on just keep podcasting, you know what I'm saying? I never enjoy the process. So now I said, well, it's episode 16. It's almost 1 month that I do this episode book club. Yeah, so it's going to be nice to achieve 1 month of podcasting. And after that, it's going to be like the episode number 50. And after that, it's going to be 100, and maybe a new book. Maybe when we are going to finish this book, we're going to make a party. And on each step on the way, you need to take a moment to appreciate what you got and to look where is your next target and to aim for that. To me, Nelson Mandela is suggesting that it truly is all about a balance. Enjoy the view from where you are at. Savor how far you have come. Be grateful for where you are along the journey. That is your life. Because if you're looking at life, you're always getting older. And you said when you're young, you just enjoy your being young. And become an older, you said, why? I wish I could be young again. But let's say that you're 50 right now, and you have children, and you have to go to college or the army or whatever, or open your own business. So just this time with your children. And you're 60 or 70, become a grandfather. So enjoy this time with your grandchildren. Because look at on each stage in your life, just look, this is my time right now in my life. Let's enjoy what I can do right now with my time, with my experience that I have, with my ability of the body. Like if you're younger, you can do more physical stuff. And when you're older, you can become wiser and you can enjoy the small thing in your life. You can also do it when you're young, but when you're older, I think you have this wisdom that you learn, I don't know what to say, that you get during your journey, and you become wiser. Yeah. So enjoy your wisdom. Live in the moment, but also remember that with the gifts that reside within you come great responsibilities, like Batman. With great power come great responsibilities, or no, it's a Spider-Man. I believe that every human being has a duty to shine. I also believe it, that all of us have something unique that meant to shine within us. And this shine thing that we have, all of us have, and this uniqueness, we should take this uniqueness, shape it, and light the world with our uniqueness, and inspire the world and motivate the world and make the world a better place with our uniqueness. Because this uniqueness, it's unique to us, and it's never happened before, and it's never going to be the same exact uniqueness as that we possess. And this is our responsibility and obligation and our privilege to take this uniqueness and to use it to inspire the world. I believe that every human being has a duty to shine. We must not rest on our past wins and become complacent. We must walk out into the world each day and do our best to be of greater service to others. Realize more of our potential, and become better citizens on the planet. We must continually work toward our fears and make more of our lives. We must constantly play a bigger game and use our creative talents to do, be, and see more. This drive to realize more of our greatness, this drive to realize more of our greatness, this drive to realize more of our greatest selves, as I believe, being knit into our DNA, and to deny it is to deny our human nature. So explore the world, guys. The big line. This world was built by people who felt some disconnected with the way things are and knew they could be better, and knew they could do better. And yes, as we set higher dreams and raise our personal standards, will create some discontent. But this word was built by people who felt some discontent, who felt some discontent with the way things were and knew they could do better. Show me a completely contented person, and I will show you a failure. Observe Thomas Edison. Politically incorrect those days, I know. But I think he is speaking truth. But I think he was speaking truth. The greatest among us were not satisfied with the way things were. Think Gandhi. Think Mother Teresa. Think Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Think Bill Gates. Think Einstein. Think Mandela. Think KK. So love what you have, and then go for what you want. Enjoy the climb up the mountain. But never take your eyes off the summit. Great episode, guys. Great episode this was. Let's recap. Be the merchant of wow, guys. When you're working, always trying to make the person, your customers, or the person that you are working with, or you have a relationship, say wow. Like these guys surprised me. Like if it's your wife or husband or girlfriend or some of your family members or your friends in birthday, send them something that some small gifts that they didn't expect to get from you, and they say, "Wow, I never expect." Thank you. It's really making us really happy that you thought about us and you give us this unexpected gift. It makes them feel wow, or your business. Whenever a customer enter your business, makes them feel wow, like wow, this is a really nice place. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the environment. It's look nice. It's look pretty. It's look welcoming and warm place to be in, and make your customer feel happy. And tip number 32: getting what you want by loving what you have. Guys, we all have our uniqueness, our self-uniqueness that is special for us, and we need to work on it and to do better things in the world because of it. And I'm tired. Wake up! Hashtag wake up, AK. So we have our uniquenesses in us, and if we want to, wait a minute. Like we all have our uniquenesses in our life, and this uniqueness help us to set our goals toward this uniqueness. Like I want to expand the world, I want to build a museum, I want to do this and all of the stuff. And when we are working on this uniqueness, and when we are aiming for the stars and climbing the mountain, when we are achieved to the mountaintop, we need to take a moment and to look at all of the view that we can see from the mountaintop. And yes, then it's going to be a higher mountain that you are going to climb on it. But you don't need to rush to right away climb to the other mountain, but we need to take our time, say, this is a really nice mountaintop. I enjoy my mountaintop. Take a moment to appreciate the process and the journey that took me here, and those are powers and the work that I put to be here. Enjoy the moment and now continue to climb to the other top, another mountain. So saying this, like enjoy. This is already episode number 16. This is great for me. This is a great feeling. I feel great to achieve it. I enjoy the moment. Of course, I'm aiming for to achieve episode number 50 and episode number 100. But and enjoyed this episode, like tip number 31 and 32. Yeah, if I'm looking to finish this book, when I finish it, yeah, of course, I want to finish the book because it's like a kind of achievement. But I enjoy on each tip that we are reading, I enjoy the tips. So yeah, this is I think it's a really good metaphor. Like my mission is to, let's say it's just finish this book. I can read it and just finish it, but I want to enjoy it. So on each episode, I read 2 tips and I enjoy it. And saying that, guys, I really want to say thank you very much for joining me for this episode number 16. Let's go, let's go, let's go. See you tomorrow for episode number 17. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow on episode number 17. And until then, have a great time and bye-bye.